Boys and girls, I'm going to solve another creative question on physics class on physics, and that is chapter number 12. And the name of the chapter is here magnetic effect of current. And my today's topic is here to solve creative question, and it is question number 4. And it's a very important board question. Okay, I'm going to solve a very important board question here. There are two stem is given. There are two figures given the stem. One is a transformer. Okay, and in this particular transformer, there are a primary voltage is 12 volt and primary number of coil is 100 coil. And for the case of secondary voltage is X. That means that's for secondary voltage is given the stem. So the unknown value is said to be X here. And number of coil for the case of secondary is voltage is 180. And in figure B, this ES or in the secondary part, they are connected three electric bulb. They are connected three electric bulb, and the first bulb, which has power is 40 watt, and resistance is here 11.62 ohm. And the second bulb is here 60 watt, and resistance is here 7.776 ohm. And the third bulb, that is 100 watt, and the resistance is here 4.665 ohm. 4.665 ohm. Okay, so these are the given. These are my given what given information here. Now I'm going to solve this creative question, and my first question is here: what is magnet? What is called magnet? And question number B: why a open electric coil attract human body? Why a open electric coil attract human body? Question number C: find out the value of X in the secondary volt, a secondary part of the transformer that is given in the figure A. Number D question: if all bulbs run at a time, which obtain at a time with the obtained value of X in the figure B, then is it possible to get maximum light? Then is it possible to get maximum light from the supplied voltage ES? Explain mathematically. In my today's lecture, I'm going to solve this full creative question. So I'm going to start my journey from question number A. That is, what is called magnet? My first question is here, what is called magnet? You know, magnet are some metallic substance which can able to attract iron or iron type substance. So the substance which can attract iron or iron type substance, those are called magnet. So I can say from question number A, that is the substance, which can attract, iron, like matter, is called magnet. So what is called magnet? Magnet are those substance which can attract iron type substance. Okay, so this is called magnet. Now question number B. My B number question is here: why a open electric coil can attract human body? Why open electric coil can attract human body? You see, an open electric coil means what? The electric coil which one is free from any kind of plastic cover. Same question number B. And when electricity passes through that electric coil, okay, it can able to create a magnetic field around it. Let's show an experiment here. Say this is an electric coil. This straight line is an electric coil, and this is the direction of current. If you want to put a paper at the middle position of this electric wire, so you just take a paper at the middle part of this wire and take some pieces of sand particle on the paper. After passing electricity, you see that After some time, some alignment of sand particle around the electric wire, just like this. This experiment was executed by scientist Weierstedt. Okay, he wanted to deduce that when electricity passes through any open electric wire, this electric wire can able to create magnetic field around it. And because of this magnetic field, sand particle align around the paper just like this circular path. Just like this circular path around this wire. So because of this produced magnetic field, this effect is called magnetic effect of current. This effect is called magnetic effect of current, and this is the name of this chapter. Okay, and because of this produced magnetic effect of current, a open electric wire, just like a wire without plastic cover, can able to attract human body. Can able to attract human body. Okay, if you put your hand very close to the wire, which one is free from any kind of plastic wire, this is just pure copper wire, then obviously this copper wire can able to attract you. Okay, this indicates that a open electric wire can produce magnetic field around it. Now boys and girls, I'm going to solve question number C. Here, for question number C, you have to find out the value of x from the figure A. The value of x from the figure A. Now, I'm going to write down the given information from figure A. So, given that here EP will equal to 12 volts. Now, the number of coil in the primary coil, that is NP, it will equal to 100 number of coil here. And number of turns in the secondary coil, it is NS, it will equal to 180. And secondary electromotive force ES will equal to X. Secondary electromotive force EX will equal to X. And you want to find out the value of this X. You have to find out the value of this X. But question is, in which formula, by using which formula you want to find out the value of X here. Remember, the main equation of transformer is here, EP by S will equal to NP by NS. I repeat, remember, the basic formula of the transformer is here, EP by S will equal to NP by NS. Now, you can write down, we know that here EP divided by S, it will equal to NP divided by NS. You can say that here EP by S will equal to NP by NS. From calculation, I want to find out the value of ES here. From calculation, I want to find out the value of ES. Now, the value of ES, it will equal to, I can say that NS divided by NP multiplied by EP. NS divided by NP multiplied by EP. Now, the value of NS, it will equal to 180. The value of NP, it will equal to 100, and the value of EP, it will equal to 12 volts. So, what is the value of ES here? The value of ES, it will equal to 21.8 volts. The value of ES, it will equal to 21.8 volt is the electromotive force in the secondary coil. I can write down here, it will equal to 21.8 volt is the electromotive force or voltage in the secondary coil. I think you have no problem in question number C. I repeat, I think you have no problem in question number C. Okay? Now, boys and girls, I'm going to solve here question number D. It's a very important question. I think this is a very complex question here. Okay? So let's have a try to solve this question. Question number D. Let's have a try. Okay. Question number D. if all bulbs run at a time, if all bulbs run at a time with the obtained value of x, with the obtained value of x in the figure B, then is it possible to get the maximum light? I repeat, then is it possible to get maximum light? Okay, so from the diagram you see that the maximum brightness of the light depends on which quantity? Depends on the supplied voltage. You see, all of the three electric bulbs connected in parallel connection with the electromotive force ES, connected in the parallel connection with electromotive force ES. If electromotive force will equal to the voltage of those bulbs, if electromotive force will equal to the voltage of those bulbs, then I can say that those bulbs can produce maximum brightness. But remember, this three bulb is connected in parallel connection. So if you check their produced voltage or voltage drop from calculation, then you see that voltage drop of all of the bulb will equal. Voltage drop of all of the bulb will equal because they are connected in parallel connection. So we can prove this, we can show this just to use only one electric bulb. So in my next part, I'm going to find out the voltage drop of the first electric bulb. I repeat, in next part, I'm going to find out the voltage drop of first electric bulb. Okay. So for this is the first electric bulb, the given information is here. Given that here power P1 will equal to 40 watt. 40 watt. And then next part, resistance R equal to 11.62 ohm. Resistance R1 equal to what? 11.62 ohm. In next segment, I'm going to find out their voltage for the case of first electric bulb. But remember, this voltage drop for the case of first bulb, this voltage drop for the case of first bulb will be equal for the case of other electric bulbs because they are connected in parallel connection. I repeat, because they are connected in parallel connection. So voltage drop for the case of first bulb, how can I find out this? Here resistance and voltage drop is given. Let's see what is the formula for electric power. P will equal to V into I. P will equal to V square by R. P will equal to I square into I. So these are the available formula to find out electric power. And from these formulas, we can solve very easily. We have to use here V square divided by R will equal to P. We can use here V square divided by R, that will equal to P. So I can say that here P1 will equal to V1 square divided by R1. P1 will equal to V1 square divided by R1. Now, how can I find out the value of V1? So V1 square will equal to P1 into R1. So the value of V1 will equal to root over P1 into R1. P1 equal to what? 40 ohm, 40 watt. And R1 equal to what? 11.62 ohm. R1 equal to here 11.62 ohm. So total voltage drop for the case of first bulb. Total voltage drop for the case of first bulb, this will equal to 21.6 volt. This is 21.6 volt. Remember, boys and girls, the value of ES that you already find out in question number C. The value of ES that you already find out in question number C. That is, electromotive force that is supplied by the secondary coil is 21.8 volt. Which one is greater than that of the maximum required voltage drop of the bulbs, of the first bulb, I think. So I can say that first bulb can glow maximum brightness. I can repeat, first bulb can glow maximum brightness. Since, boys and girls, since here all of the three bulbs all of the three bulbs are connected in parallel combination. So the supplied voltage to those bulbs are equal. I repeat, since the first one, second one, and third one here, those are connected in parallel combination. So their voltage drop must be equal. Their supplied voltage must be equal. So the voltage for the case of first bulb must be equal to voltage for the case of second bulb. This will equal to voltage for the case of third bulb. This will equal to what? Voltage for the case of third bulb. Since voltage for the case of all of the bulb is equal, and that equal voltage will equal to 21.6 volt. So the demanded voltage to glow the maximum brightness of the bulb is 21.6 volt. And here, yes, can you able to supply 21.8 volt, which one is must be greater than that of 21.6 volt, and very close to greater than that is okay. That's why I can say that these three bulbs can glow maximum brightness. Now, I'm going to give you a full set creative question. Let's see your homework. You can solve this question at your home. So, your homework is now. I'm going to give you another question. Your homework, that is primary coil, secondary coil. Here primary current IP will equal to 2 ampere. Here primary electromotive force equal to 20 volts. Primary electromotive force equal to 20 volts. Secondary voltage equal to 54.5 volts. Secondary voltage equal to here 55 volts. This is the step, and this is your homework. Now, question number 8. What is magnetic effect of current? Question number B. A magnetic field can produce electricity. Explain it. Explain it. And question number C. A magnetic field can produce electricity. Explain it. Question number C. Determine the value of secondary current. Determine the value of secondary current. And then question number D. The question D is here. Explain the mathematical analysis. Question number D. Mathematically show that this transformer transformer can follow conservation law of energy. Okay, boys and girls, thank you very much. Thanks to all, and stay at home, stay safe.